Welcome back to the Religious Reviews. This is Terrell. Today's video is focused on Season 5, Episode 5 of Queen of the South, entitled Más Dinero, Más Problemas, or in the English title, More Money, More Problems. And the synopsis of this episode is Teresa travels to Germany after Oksana is cheated in a drug deal. This episode was good in my opinion. You got to saw many of the main characters, new characters, and even some characters from the past. And this is the turning point of season 5. Like, we are officially at the halfway mark because 5 more episodes before it's over. Here was my review on the episode. I enjoyed the fact that we got to saw many characters once again of the main characters. I felt that many of the characters got decent amount of screen time. We see King George, we see Boaz as they were missing from the last episode, as King George is sent out to spy on Boaz to see if he's loyal or not. And we see that it doesn't really go that successfully, as King George tries some of Boaz's drugs and he's all messed up for like an entire day, but then he gets back and everything. And I'm still 50-50 with Boaz. Part of me thinks is that he might be still loyal, but then part of me is just really seriously believing is that he is going to turn on Teresa. Something just tells me that something big or bad is really going to happen between Boaz and Teresa, because as you see, he really doesn't respect Teresa. He always questions her decisions. And now that he has his cousin Angel on the side, I just have a bad feeling that Boaz is going to turn on Teresa and is going to perhaps lead out to an all-out war between those two. And King George might be in danger. He might be in some trouble. He needs to really get back to New Orleans and tell Teresa what's really going on. We see Oksana as she's in desperate need for Teresa's help after she gets cheated out of a drug deal. And it is basically a matter of the ticking time, because if Katsel finds out that Oksana went behind his back, then not only is Oksana going to be put on a t-shirt, Teresa as well. And luckily, they're able to get back Oksana's drugs that she was screwed out of and everything. James, he has done a lot of crazy jobs this season. First with killing Officer Gamble, and now stealing a extremely expensive piece of art. Only time will tell what type of job he's going to be forced to do next. And I just have a feeling that he's probably going to get another job in this season, but this job is probably going to be perhaps maybe either the most dangerous or the most serious one, because the one with the gamble, that was perhaps the most serious one this season so far. But like I've said, only time will tell. Kellyanne, she's been slipping up a little bit lately, as she's been kind of messing up, but within this episode, she's able to get things back on track between Teresa's business and everything. And as we see with Teresa, she's starting to have maybe just a little bit too much money, as she says that she wants to get too big to the point that they can't fail. But is she going to get too big too fast? Time will tell. But what I enjoyed about this episode was that we got to see a lot of action scenes, as we saw that how much of a savage Teresa really is when her and Oksana went to go talk to Simon about perhaps getting the drugs back and money back as well. But Simon wasn't on no BS. He tried to mess with Teresa, and Teresa shows as to why she is a savage. And I thought that what Teresa was wearing in this episode with the white dress and the white and black suit, I thought that was a really nice look on her. I really did, because she looked like a boss. She looked like a queen not to be messed with. The gun battle by the very end of the episode, where Hakeem Bashada tried to be slick and everything, but only to get only to be put on a t-shirt due to his mouth. Not gonna miss him. He was only in this episode. And we see no character from season 3, Oleg, come back to help Teresa as she wants to now expand in the European markets. And we'll see how that goes. But with how season 5 is going, I am enjoying season 5 a little bit more than season 4. And we only have 5 more episodes before it's over with. I'm now predicting that Boaz is most likely going to turn on Teresa. King George is most likely going to get caught up in the crossfires. Katsuya, I think that he's probably going to appear maybe one time before the show is over. He needs to. If he doesn't, I'm going to be real pissed off about that. Kellyanne is still 50-50 on whether or not they're going to make it out alive and their kid is going to be born. But as for Teresa, we don't know. We don't know if it's either going to end with how it did in the very, very first episode, or it's going to be completely different. James, I think he's loyal to the end. If he's forced to do something very crazy, then we don't know. But this is the end of my review. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.